Hey everyone, Laurel here, Minnesota Zone 5A. Just want to do an update tour of the container garden, patio garden, because it is filling in, coming along nicely. And forgive the noise, the air conditioner is going right now. We've got the all foliage area over here with red futurity canna, lemon twist sort of tranthus, licorice vine. We've got plum dandy alternanthera in the middle with a cordyline kiwi. Sweet potato vine and Sedona sunset coleus. Oh, it looks like there's a bloom coming up, which I'll have to pinch right there. And then a Dusty Miller back there, new look Dusty Miller that I started from seed a few years ago and overwinter on the porch. Down here I have this Pora phlox that I purchased last fall and overwintered. Very stressed this year. I need to prepare the area that I'm going to plant that in the garden and get it out of its plant can. And then these are the annuals I have left to plant in the ground. I did a whole bunch yesterday, so I was pretty tuckered out today. But it's done, thank goodness. This is sort of the warm colors area. We've got the mini-me watermelon coleus, a cerveza and lime plectranthus. That's one of my favorites. It has this beautiful like velvety texture and it smells just like limeade. And I overwinter them indoors. I just planted this container yesterday. Then the Maui sunset Lismachia. This beautiful yellow one are the yellow one is the saffron finch supertunia, just really, really pretty. Behind that is the supertunia mini vista scarlet. I don't know if that is an appropriate name for it. I mean, the blooms do come out when they first open. They're sort of a darker reddish pink, but then they age to like more of a pink coral color. So if you want a true red, that is not for you. But I like the way the blooms fade like that and kind of turn pinkish. And that is planted with a surefire cherry cordial begonia and Albrighto coleus and a lemon ball sedum. Over here, this is the, I'm forgetting, not dreamsicle, super bells. I just looked at it. Punch, one of the punch ones. Arg. Anyway, a super bells, a mojo orange geranium, and then this is fireball marigold. We've got an overwintered lemon coral sedum there. This planter I love. Again, it has the plectranthus. This is one I overwintered. The cerveza and lime. Oh, I can just smell it even when I brush it. It's so nice. And even when it's like dead, when the leaves are dead, it still smells good. This is the Bandolista Mango Salsa Lantana. Gorgeous colors on that. And a guacamole plectranthus. This is the coconut nemesia. Oh, finally, the air conditioner shut off. Coconut nemesia here. One of the new ones. That got really stressed out in its plant can, so I planted it there. It's taken some time to recover, but I do see it sprouting. Because of all the rain we've had, a lot of the, particularly calibrachoa, are very sensitive to overwatering. And this is what they do. The leaves yellow out. This is overwatering. And I haven't been watering these at all. It's just from the rain. So you can see there is healthy green foliage in the center. But this is also what chlorosis looks like, where you have like the green, dark green veins and light yellow tissue in between. That is a sign of both chlorosis and overwatering. So I've been treating these with iron. I use chelated iron in liquid form that I mix in with water. And I've been giving these double doses of the iron last week and this week. So hopefully those green up. We are supposed to have a little bit of a dry period now. Chance of thunderstorms, but not constant rain. I think the longest we've gone without rain is about 5 days in a row so far, which is great. I mean, but it is hard on some plants. This is really happy this year. Nice big leaves. That's Canna Pretoria. I had that for probably 10 years. The rhizomes I overwinter every year. We've got strawberry drop coleus, and then that is another trailing one called Great Iguazu Falls, a more petite trailing coleus. So that's a good option if you don't have as much space. And then this one is the new cherry drop that I got on sale. Wanted to try it. It was growing in more shade, but I think that what happens is the margins get narrower and the center gets more bright red. So overall, it's going to be more of a red effect. And we'll go over here now that the air conditioner is quiet again. So we have another Cordyline kiwi. Excuse me, got the hiccups a little bit. And then this just glows. This geranium, pelargonium, I started it from seed in the winter. It's called Maverick Scarlet Picotee, and it's just like bright neon coral with that sort of white mottle. So beautiful. Again, I think inappropriate use of the color scarlet in a plant name. Kind of like calling everything blue when it's actually purple. And then down here, this is a gold dust alyssum that I started from seed. Taking a minute to take off here. And then these are portulaca. There's nano pizzazz, nano yellow, I think. I grew these two. I grew that last year and saved seeds from it. And then they had an orange one on sale, so I picked that up. Now there's a plane overhead. That's what you get when you live in the city, just constant noise. Starting to get some blooms here. This is the Luscious Red Zone Lantana. My sweet potato vines are just getting decimated. Because of the rain, the slugs and the earwigs are really bad. I've put down bait a couple times. I wonder if I need to do it on the ground around the plants instead of in the planters, because they say you're supposed to put it away from your... Another plane, for crying out loud. Well, I guess we're just going to have constant plane noise. They say you're supposed to put bait away from your plants because the bait will attract the critters. So another lemon ball sedum. The Caladium are up. These are red flash, some of the most sun tolerant caladiums. They are putting out blooms, which don't really do much. I usually cut them off when I get around to it, but the elephant ear is looking good. Actually, this pot, because it's tropical plants, soil's looking dry, so I could water that one. It's a little bit under the overhang. We've got double up red begonia. This one is the Bossa Nova papaya, I think. And then this is the begonia tuber that I've had for many years. Bought it a long time ago, and I have no clue what it is, but just really pretty bright colors on that. And I love that coral underside to the leaf. And I just did a little planter of sale begonias down there. And we have the amaryllis. This is where they live for the summer, soaking up the sun, getting charged up for next year. This one's looking a little stressed. I don't know. This is the toucan coral canna. Again, I saved the tubers from that, or the rhizomes. But it's looking, I don't know. And then this is a candlestick ivy plectranthus. Get a closer look over here. This potato vine, longest name ever, proven accent, Sweet Caroline Bewitched After Midnight, sweet potato vine. Thanks for that, proven winners. What a mouthful. And then the plectranthus guacamole, again, purple well, that one's not super purple. And then this planter I just did over here because I had this pot that I bought on clearance. And I saw Laura on Garden Answer do this combination, which is a proven winners combination of the year for 2025. And I found these on clearance. So I have a clearance, Super Bells over Easy. This is the Goldilocks Rocks Bidens. Not any blooms right now, but it'll come. And then the Basket Tangelo Lantana. Very similar in color to the Mango Salsa Bandolista so far. I just planted that, I think, on the 4th of July. Terrible weather we had. It just rained all day long. There was enough of a break in the rain midday where I could get some things planted. So I popped those in. We'll go over here because I don't think I showed this in my last tour, along with all the weeds and the cracks there. This little combination, sort of, again, warm colors. I said before, I'm super into Calibrachoa this year. I've grown them. I grow them every year. I've grown them for many years because they're very low maintenance, at least for me. But this one is really vigorous. I'm super impressed with that. I love how the blooms kind of change color. They go from peachy. They open this sort of more pink and white color. Had to save the tag. This one is Danziger Ombre Yellow Calibrachoa. Come on, focus. There we go. Got that. Lilydale Garden Center had a ton of cool Calibrachoas this year. So that one is outpacing by far the Proven Winners Double Orange, although they complement each other nicely. So to make up for it, I just planted this too from clearance, another Over Easy Super Bells. And then in this container, I have the Toucan Orange Canna, just putting up its first blooms here. Planted with 2 of the Medusa Sweet Potato Vine, and then I think I have 4 of the Strawberry Blonde Marigolds in there. So this is about the only container you can see from the street. The rest are mostly hidden. You have to come around the corner to see my secret garden. Over here we kind of have the blue and purple shades, cool tones. Another Medusa Sweet Potato Vine. Wicked Witch Coleus. Absolutely love this one since that came out. That's filling in. The impatiens are all the Elfin Blue. And then the purple elephant ear never emerged. And I dug out the tuber, had no signs of ever starting root growth or anything. So tossed that. That's a bummer because I bought that new this year, but that's why I kept the extra elephant ears around from my old tubers. And then this was my favorite sweet potato vine last year. It stayed just really dark like this all summer. Again, eaten by bugs. Proven Accent Sweet Caroline Sweetheart Jet Black. How many words can you fit on one plant tag? Challenge accepted by Proven Winners. We have a Hippo White, Hippo Westies, another Elfin Blue Impatiens. I do have some sale perennials in here. This is the Endless, I think this one is Endless Illumination Browalia. I have 2 of those along with the Plectranthus guacamole. This one has more of like the purple tones under the undersides of the leaves. And a few Rex begonias here. We have the Summer Wave Large Blue Torrenia, a silver licorice vine, and Persian Shield in this container. Try not to show you inside the shed door where it's all messy. A few more perennials down here. And then we've got the other Endless Flirtation, I think, Browalia. Lobelia Blue with White Eye. Laguna Blue with White Eye. Repeat of that in here along with a Pilea Artillery plant is what that one's called. I just planted that this morning. And then this is an Actia or Simicifuga. I just changed the name and I can't ever remember which is the old name, which is the new name. Snake plant is, or snake root is the common name. But my uncle gave me that for free because they didn't use it on a job site, so it was extra. Then I have this Rex begonia up here. This one is filling out. I had overwintered that from last fall, and Diconda Silver Falls. Messy shed there. Let's see. We'll do pinks on this side. I brought out the snake plant. Got a couple clearance perennials for $5 each down there. More Rex begonias. This is my hesitation with Caladium every year. I planted these a month ago and still no action. We just aren't, they like a lot of heat. They particularly like bottom heat to emerge. And I order the corms and they look beautiful, but then I sit there and wait until mid-July before I get any leaves. And then they're the first thing to die with frost. So I'm not sure. I may order them earlier in the winter and try and start them in the basement or on the porch where I can put them in a pot and set them on heat mats. I'm not sure. You risk them rotting. I was worried that maybe with all the rain these had rotted, but I went and I dug a few out and they're starting to sprout, so I'll get leaves eventually. But it's like less than half the summer you actually get to enjoy them. So I love Caladium, but it's just frustrating. Although the Gingerland sprouted pretty much immediately after I planted them. So I don't know, those were just ready to go, I guess. We have another elephant ear in here. And I saved this tag so I remember. Zebra Rainbow Tradescantia, really beautiful. I may try and save that as a houseplant. All of the pink impatiens in here are called lipstick. We've got a Hippo Rose, Hippo Estes, Gingerland Caladium. This is a double up pink begonia, and then I think this is the Maui Sunshine Lismachia again. Same thing as before. I have, this is the Euphorbia Diamond Snow, I think, if I remember right, and surrounded by Caladium corms. I did just plant these yesterday, or this morning, no, yet whenever, this weekend. It's all eaten up. But this is the Kong Red Coleus with a, this was like $1, a Meizu on clearance. So I was psyched to get that. And then here we have the Gingerland Caladium with lipstick impatiens. This is a tricolor variegated sweet potato vine. And then we have the hyacinth bean vine starting to make its way up the trellis. I did tie, the trellis is, sturdy. This is sunk down to the bottom of the pot, so this isn't going anywhere. But last year it kept trying to climb on the gutter, and then the wind would knock it down. So I put a little string up there, hoping maybe it'll have something to grab onto and can stay up, but we'll see. And those empty pots again, Caladium. Oh, I see a sprout. One little sprout coming up. I did dig some of these up to make sure they were sprouting, and they are. This I started from seed. This is Carmine Gomphrena. That is my favorite variety. Just opening its first bloom, hot pink. A Dusty Miller, and then this is the Pink Lemonade Super Bells. Again, water stress. You can see the yellowing of the leaves, so I've been giving it iron. And this is another Nano Pizzazz. This one's like hot pink Portulaca. Hopefully I can save seeds from those this year too. This geranium, unusual. Not unusual for geraniums to go out of bloom, but this one, like, it doesn't even have any buds coming up. So I don't know what's going on. I gave it some fertilizer. It was completely covered in blooms, which sometimes, they kind of age out or whatever. But usually it has some new shoots coming up, so I don't know. That one I overwintered. It was the Calliope Rose Mega Splash. Another of the Piketty Scarlet Geranium that I started from seed here. And then this planter in the corner has two more of the Carmine Gomphrena, a Supertunia Mini Vista Hot Pink, and a Big Leaf Bronze Begonia, Rose Begonia. And go back over here to the pinks. Again, this is a Mandevilla Petite Pink, Mendina Petite Pink, I think. Another Coral Lemon Ball Sedum, and another Supertunia Mini Vista Hot Pink. This is the Cherry Burst Superbina, still looking spectacular. That is the improved version, and boy, did they do a good job. And then this is the Supertunia Royal Magenta. I thought it was a Vista, but it's not. I was thinking it was Vista Fuchsia, but it's just regular Royal Magenta, but that looks great. And then the Angelonia Angel Face Pink, I think, or Perfect Pink, something like that. This verbena has taken a minute. The Sparkling Rose Superbina. Usually I have good luck with this, and it does have buds all over it, but I don't know, it's usually much more vigorous than that, so maybe it's just too crowded, I'm not sure. We've got the see, I still want to say Overdam Calamagrostis because that's kind of similar perennial plant, but this, not Fireworks, it'll come to me. It's a proven winter's grass. Skyrocket Pennisetum, there we go. Another Medusa Sweet Potato Vine, and this is a Surefire Rose Begonia. I did plant a number of Calibrachoa in here too. I just couldn't help myself. I don't have the names for all of these. I know I have a couple of these super bells. Those are the tropical sunset. That's one of my favorite. This one is just lulling right now. And a similar one that again I got at, actually I might have gotten two of these at Lilydale. That is not a Proven Winners variety, but there's another one here from Lilydale, kind of similar. We've got the Supertunia Bermuda Beach Improved, looking beautiful. This is the Lanai Peach Verbena, doing great. And another Cordyline Kiwi there. The Toucan Coral Canna over here started blooming. Just love the blooms. They're so big and gorgeous. And I like the sort of cool tone blue of those leaves. This is the new Super Bells, not Redstone, Vintage Coral. That one is a real spreader. That's pretty vigorous. So impressed with that. I have a Meizu in this pot, and then this is the Solenia Apricot Begonia. I've been deadheading, trimming back. You know, when they bloom out, they get these kind of leggy stems. I'm trimming it back so that it continues filling out. That is a Lemon Jade Sedum that's perennial. This is the one, Calibracoa, beautiful color and definitely water stressed. You can see all the yellow. This one is not as vigorous as the others. It started out really big. I do wonder though if maybe it didn't have a fair shot with all the rain we've had so far. But we have this Coral Sun Super Bells over here. This is taking a minute to get going, but it'll fill out. That is the Vermilion Arcufia. And then we have the Blood Orange Nemesia. I did find a second one on clearance just to kind of fill in that spot. This is the original one that I planted. Got my lovely hose coiled up there. And then we have the Angel Wings Senecio, Decandra Silver Falls, and then this is the Whirlwind Blue Scavola, also water stressed. You can see, so everything got a good shot of iron the last 2 weeks, mixed in with the fertilizer. This is the, I love this Super Bina Sparkling Amethyst, just always so full of bloom. Supertunia Mini Vista Ultramarine, Supertunia Mini Vista Violet Star, another Persian Shield here, along with Blue Mohawk Grass, Rush Grass. There is also a another Dusty Miller, and then this is the Marine Heliotrope. That one was kind of stressed, but you can see it's got buds on all the ends now, so that'll put out some more blooms here. Supertunia Mini Vista Marine. I think I need to trim this one back. It's getting a little shaded out by this ornamental cabbage that I have planted in here. I started that from seed. And then also kind of shading out this. I was hoping this would grow taller. Maybe it will still. Velocity Blue Salvia. And then this is the black and blue salvia, getting nice and big. Hummingbirds have been visiting that even while I'm sitting at the table, which is really fun. Another Plum Dandy Alternanthera. Get broken. And then this is a Evolvulus, Blew My Mind Evolvulus. And I really want to plant something in there, but I just hold my horses. Just wait, this will fill out. Always does. Who knows? So now that things are on sale, maybe I can just pop something in. Another, these are kind of stressed too, a little bit yellowed. Supertunia Mini Vista Blue Star, Super Bina Whiteout. Kind of, they go kind of, sometimes you have all the blooms sort of done at one time, so you go in deadhead, it's always full of new buds, but every now and then you have not a lull, but just less blooms, like that one, ready to deadhead, just pinch it off. But this is the Super Bina Violet Ice. I did plant, I had the Arbovita sitting here. It was the, that I got on clearance, called De Groot's Spire, or as I like to call it, the I Am Groot Arbovita. So I just planted that today. I kind of miss the tall structure there, though. It was kind of nice having that, but that's okay. I don't want to maintain it. Some more, well, some Super Bells, Calibracoa. These were all on sale, and then this was a leftover Toucan Coral Canna from tubers that I had. So I popped these in here. Don't remember the name of this one. Sorry. Mosquito right. Oh God, they're all over the place. Okay, just killed two. I hit the mic, attempting to kill them. So sorry for the noise. But then I have three super bells planted around it. So we've got, this is pomegranate punch. These, I got all these on sale. Grape punch, one of my favorites, very vigorous. This one doesn't have any blooms, but that was blue moon punch, kind of a light blue. So kind of a mixed cool tone container there. In the tall one we have, see, this is bloom that's pretty much spent, so I just go down to the closest junction and pluck it off, just pinch it, or you can cut it. Super Beana raspberry, oh, that needs to be cut back too. So same thing with begonias, when they kind of get, this is like the seed head, just go to the junction and pinch off the stem. That'll encourage more blooms. So here and here, I'm just pinching away. Surefire Rose Begonia, another of the Scarlet Picotee Geranium. And then on this side, there is a Meizu filling in. I love that icy green. Meizu is one of my favorite, extremely low maintenance. We've got a couple of mums again that I overwinter on the porch. That one's blooming pink. We've got the Brocade Fire Geranium that I overwintered indoors and is a beast. That just keeps blooming and blooming and blooming. Same thing for Deadheading Geranium. Like this one here, it'll encourage it to bloom more. So you follow it down to where it joins the stem, or you'll feel like almost a swollen part. And you just break it off right at the swollen part or right where it joins the stem of the plant. And that will encourage it to branch out and get fuller instead of getting leggy by doing it that way whenever you deadhead. These are the seed pods. I was thinking I might, when this is another Scarlet Picotee Geranium. I have some seeds left that I can use next year, but I was almost wondering in the fall if I should try and collect some seeds. I have a few perennials here, a couple echinacea, and then this I rescued, Super Bell's Doublet Love Swept. I know I grew this a number of years ago. Come on, camera. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Maybe you can't. I grew this, I think, before, I don't know, a few years ago, before Proven Winners was a thing, and did really well. So I got this on clearance, figured it'll fill that out, and then I got almost all of my annuals that are on the table planted. Most of these are going to go in the raised bed as soon as I clear out the garlic once that is ready to be harvested. So that is the patio garden, this year's patio garden. I just created this little section. I'm going to slowly make a garden bed along the shed, but these are all annuals that I had, seedlings, dahlia tubers. Hopefully that'll fill out and look nice. And then I just showed this in a recent video, but we can go over these containers too, since they're technically a container garden. Just like a scrap of cardboard or something in the grass. I show this one all the time because I'm just so impressed with it. Super Bell's Hoopla Vivid Orchid, beautiful. We have a Snow Princess Alyssum down here. This is the Silver Plectranthus. And then Shiny Shoes Coleus, still poking out from the Plectranthus, so I'm just going to leave it. And then back in this area, a few more containers. We have the hanging basket with the lotus vine. The Jackmanii clematis is starting to go out of bloom. That was in full glory last week. So to replace the color, I have Supertunia Mini Vista Midnight along with Supertunia Latte and a Super Beana. This one's kind of in between bloom cycles too. Super Beana Whiteout. That really needs to be pinched, but it's all full of buds on the ends. Oh, mosquito right in my eye. And Decanter Silver Falls. And then over here, container of Lipstick Impatiens. I also showed this in a garden tour, but I did plant some of the annuals. The Kong red coleus, along with some, I think these are violet impatiens to fill in this area. These are bronze leaf, pink and white begonia, just sort of mixed together in that pot. I do have pops of pink impatiens and the violet impatiens that will pop up there. They'll get bigger and stick up above the pachysandra. I planted 2 elephant ears in the ground. And then the bronze leaf red begonias, they have some recovery to do. They've been stressed in those pots. And I do have a few more seedling annuals that I'm going to pop in the ground eventually. And then this container, this has Super Cal, so it's a mix between petunia and calibrachoa. This one is neon rose, and this one is snowberry, white with the pink throat. And then I have that planted with a Persian shield and a little rosemary. So there you have it. That concludes the container, the patio garden, plus a little bonus section back here. So I hope you enjoyed, and your summer's going well, your plants are growing well, and the rest of summer goes well too. No bad storms, no record high temperatures, record drought. Let's just have a totally average year. Let's not set any new records. Everything can just be average. How about that? Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Please subscribe.